Come experience 2 days of offbeat travel put together by MyLocalDost at Women's Village, Matholi, Uttarkashi. We started from Akshardham on a Thursday night at 12:30 a.m. and it was storming on the highway. But eventually we did drive and finally crossed this huge colorful tunnel that finally led us into Dehradun. From there, we had our pickup arranged by MyLocalDost, and we kept driving into the mountains towards Matholi village. Somehow, reaching the property was going to take a 200-meter trek, and I was not aware of that, but still, I got pleasantly surprised. The wonderful ladies of Women's Village gave us a nice traditional welcome, and they also served us with welcome drinks. This had a pudina flavor, but it was so refreshing in this heat, especially after 12 hours of travel. Then we assembled for lunch. We were obviously famished and were so happy to experience our first plate of authentic Pahadi khana. They grow all their ingredients in their gardens. The closest market is accessible at a distance of 12 or 13 kilometers. So everything that we ate is grown and nurtured in their own gardens. After we were done with lunch, we enjoyed the view for some time, and this is our group leader Pratigya, and she suddenly had the idea of going into hunter-gatherer mode to get some berries. I think the most unexpected part of it was how sunny it was in the hills. But anyway, this was my room and we were right adjacent to these lovely buffaloes. Fun fact, our homestay is actually a converted Gaushala. How cool is that? After resting a little, we got ready for village hopping, which was in our itinerary for day 1. But unfortunately, the rainy clouds were upon us and this plan had to be postponed. And it stormed hard. I mean, I'm somebody who does not really mind a stormy weather, and this was quite enjoyable if you ask me. But our itinerary had to be shuffled around a little bit, and the village hopping got cancelled. But this was a lovely relief from the sun that we had been experiencing. But of course, nothing beats the experience of chai with some pakode when it's raining outside, right? And in no time, the evening was upon us, and it was time to rest a little and get ready for the bonfire that was planned for the night. We sat around the fire exchanging stories, laughing, and just getting to know each other since it was the day 1 of all these strangers meeting. Day 1 was quite tiring, so I went right to bed last night and woke up at 7 a.m. sharp the next morning. This is something that hadn't happened with me in a long time living in the city. Then we went and met our host, Mr. Pradeep, and he regaled us with so many of his tales of how he started the place, what's the thought behind it, how he wanted to preserve the culture of Uttarakhand. Some of his stories were sad, some were profound, some were hilarious. Overall, everything gave you a sense of belonging to the mountains. You can hear the love in his voice that he has for his homeland and how hard he's working to preserve it all. After that, the girls got ready. We were getting ready for our day 2 itinerary, which included the Kandak trek. So trekking shoes are on and here we go. But before going, obviously, we had to fuel up. and this is the lovely breakfast prepared by the women of Matholi village. We have local pancakes, papayas, and some garam garam poha.
Thank you, Didi. But then it was in retaliation to being called cockroaches, ना तो तभी बना है. But
out of everything I ate there, I must tell you, this badam chutney and their hari chutney recipes, they were so tasty. They went with everything that I paired them with somehow. Sweet things, savory things. They paired so well. Now the descent begins. We started walking towards the road where our cab was waiting. So the plan from here is that the cab was going to drive us around 6 kilometers until the base camp area of the trek, and from there we were going to walk the rest. And here are our hosts and guides. I just knew we are in capable hands. Here it begins. All of us are in and we are ready to go. Italian babu. We were met by the experts. After having some chai pani here, we started for the trek. Now, this is my first trek. I did not know what I had to expect from this, but I definitely did not expect anything this offbeat. I sort of had this idea that the trail would be defined, maybe more level than whatever I got to see. This felt more like a jungle walk than just a mountain trek to me, but I guess this is how these things go. Of course, this entire duration felt so easy simply because of the company I had around. And this was the point where I got really grateful to all the months I have spent in the gym, because okay, I was glad I was able to do it. Because if you told me 2-3 months ago that I had to take the same trek, I don't think I would have been able to do it. My fitness levels were nowhere near what they are like now, and this trek was quite difficult. But the path, the flowers, I just wish I lived here so I could do this every weekend. After climbing around 3 to 4 kilometers, we reached our first stop. This is where we stopped to meet the rest of the group and have some tea, water, refreshments. On the second leg of our trek, we stopped on many points to gather so many different types of berries, plums, fruits. The jungle trail was loaded with trees. And we finally reached the top. I'm sorry, I forgot to record the footages midway because I was busy climbing the mountain with my hands and legs. And on the top we had already planned कि हमें तो पहाड़ों वाली मैगी ही चाहिए टॉप पे, कोई राजमा चावल नहीं चलने वाला. And our host and the lovely women of Matholi village put together this makeshift chulha, and they just spawned it out of thin air, and we were somehow cooking Maggie on a mountain top, and they were so sweet. Now, as a city girl, I honestly expected to feel a little out of place here. Home, I'm just so used to being judged for the way I dress, the choices I make, or simply for just being independent. So I carried some of those assumptions with me when I arrived, and I knew it's a village. But what I found was the complete opposite. These women welcomed us with so much warmth. They were curious, eager to share their stories, hear mine, and they just made me feel at home within minutes of meeting them. The funny thing is, we did not even have any fancy setups or elaborate plans, no endless entertainment sources, just simple food, conversations, mountains, laughter, and each other's sweet company. Somehow, this is all we needed to make the moments memorable. So, it's a reminder joy doesn't come from what you have around you, sometimes it comes from just the people you are with. As the Maggie cooked, we went around and explored the fields a little bit. I think what I got out of this trip is not just a vacation, but it was more about the people I connected with. And this experience was unlike anything I have experienced before this, I must tell you. This was my first time traveling to a remote place with no fancy restaurants, no bar hopping, and no restro bars, no dancing, no DJ. But somehow this was so fun. Although I must warn you from before, there is a DJ night coming. It just won't be the way you would expect it to be. Then it was time to pack up and leave. We had to finish our descent because we were worried it might rain, and it's a 6 kilometer trek down. And then we walked into this lovely field of, I don't know what these flowers are called, but they looked so beautiful. This reminded me of the scene from Heretic, where at the end the character dies or escapes, we will never know. Last stretch of the descent, we are just catching our breath before we finally climb down. And then our cab is ready. This is where we leave from. Shout out to our cab uncle who was so energetic and so fun to have around. And of course, he was a part time DJ, Kumaoni DJ. We finally reached the property again, and this was time for a late lunch. And as every day, the food, I cannot stop gushing about the food because I don't know, everything was simple, okay? Everything was so simple, home cooked, but the taste, it was so soul filling. That's the word I can think of. I just loved helping myself to multiple servings. I ate so much on this trip, man. The food is pure, tasty, and made with love. That's all I can say. After having lunch, we rested for a while and remember the village hopping that got cancelled? So we discussed we should do it right now if we have the energy for it. And we unanimously agreed, yeah, let's do it. So our trek number 2 for the evening starts, by the way. You would think it was village hopping, but again, the villages are located in the mountains, so again, we had to cover a lot of treacherous paths. But however, the experience at the end of it was so beautiful. I mean, imagine living in a place where you regularly wake up to views like these. Some confused goats. Now, this path literally gave me Santorini vibes. This is our host's house. The rest of the gang is here. Now, to be very honest, I was not sure where exactly we were headed. I'm not somebody who memorizes the itinerary word by word. I was just hoping it was leading to somewhere good, and I was pleasantly surprised. This is what was at the end of the village hopping. Till now, we had interacted with the women of Women's Village, and now we got a chance to meet all of their daughters, the girls who make this place so lively, so beautiful. They invited us to dance with them. Obviously, I did not know any steps, but we had our share of fun. They were welcoming, warm. They made us tea. After spending some time, we headed back to our homestay again. And this concludes the village hopping part of today. Now, of course, this day so far has been quite eventful, tiring, and nevertheless, it was a great experience. I'll see you in the evening. Okay, I
अब
did
तो
not know
बातें
this
करो.
was supposed to happen, but the girls were at our homestay and we had our own version of DJ night. So many Garhwali Gane and Garhwali moves. Moves that I did not know, yet I enjoyed dancing. Well, what can I say? The party animal in me just comes out when there is any kind of rhythmic beats. Then we adjourned for our final dinner in Matholi. One of our fellow travelers was generous enough to arrange for some non-vegetarian food for dinner, and here we enjoyed it under the starry night and called it a day. Good morning from day 3. It was a quite refreshing morning with some lemongrass tea. Good morning. This is my last day in Matholi Women's Village, and वैसे तो मैं अभी अभी उठी हूँ and we will get ready and be leaving for a riverside picnic quite soon. The river is right there. It was just a 2-day trip, but I have to tell you the reset I have experienced here. मेरा circadian rhythm finally ठीक हो गया है. My digestion has been amazing. And I can't believe in less than 24 hours I'm going to be back in Delhi with the noise and work and blue screens. But abhi ke liye, this is it. We went on a trek yesterday. It was the Kandak trek. It was quite small by the standards of treks, at least that's what my experienced fellow travelers said. And ऐसी tanning हुई है that if you turn my skin inside out, I'm still going to be tanned. But it was so fun. So fun. And next plans we have is to have a small brunch here on the property, and then we'll head to the riverside. We might have a short picnic there, maybe some pahadon wali Maggie, and uske baad we'll be leaving for Dehradun. Bye. The city life asks so much of us. The noise, deadlines, so many notifications, feeling that we stop moving even for a moment, you're going to fall behind. And for a while, so so many of us, we haven't just been feeling tired, we have been feeling disconnected from life, from ourselves, from our interests, from our feelings. And I have realized that sometimes the answer isn't another productivity hack or a time management tool or more Pomodoro clocks. Sometimes it's simply packing up your bags and leaving it behind for some time. Just taking a couple of days to do something different, exploring a new place, trying something offbeat. Just, I don't know, following your own instincts instead of a routine. I mean, once I stepped away from all that chaos, my nervous system finally got a chance to exhale here. And it's not just my nervous system that loved the change in air quality, by the way. And then
नो
my
में
very
देखी मैंने
talented
महिलाएं
and very
बहुत ही
creative fellow
मेहनती और
traveler
भोली
Charvi
हमारा स्वागत करने
serenaded
के
us
लिए
with her
बहुत ही
shairi that
प्यार
she,
से
by the way, wrote
उन्होंने
on
अपनी
spot.
बाहें
You see
खोली
what a few days on
इतना
the mountains can
अपनापन
do to your
इतना स्वाद
creativity?
खाना इतनी शांति ये
And
सब
not just
अनुभव
this, she
करने
was
के
a
लिए
beautiful person to
आइए
travel with.
विलेज
She kept us
मथोली
entertained throughout those 3 days. We said our final goodbyes and we were on our way. We are actually headed towards the river to spend some time there, and from there we are going to leave for Dehradun. We reached the river, we are walking towards some hidden private area where we can have some privacy to enjoy it. We have reached our spot. It was quite sunny, and I did not want to walk on the rocks all the way to wherever they went, so we girls decided to chill here. After sitting with her feet dipped in the river for some time, now it's finally time to say goodbye to this place. And we were on our way to Dehradun from here. Bye bye. Bye bye. We stopped to have some Maggie again on our way because you can't pass upon some good Pahadon wali Maggie. We have reached Dehradun. Can you see how beautiful these houses are? This place had some amazing cafes, by the way. We did not have the time to explore all of them. But still, we hadn't eaten a lot, so our first stop was at this local chaat place where we ordered a bunch of different types of chaat, dahi puri, noodles, everything that they had to offer, and we just shared everything between us. Had some ice cream from Gaylord, and this is the Delhi Dehradun Expressway. Finally, the trip was over, and shout out to my brother for picking me up at 1 a.m. in the night from Akshardham and driving me home safely. This was one hell of an experience, and if you ask me, I will go back to the mountains in a heartbeat. And a big thanks to MyLocalDost for organizing this exquisite, unique trip. I have never experienced anything like this before. This place was mind, heart, and eye opening for me.